Can't start at a later date. Pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, with technical difficulties, Frank, they'll be able to see it later on YouTube then or something?
Yeah, it'll be posted to YouTube later.
Okay. Okay, you're gonna call the meeting, State Line Town Board meeting, July 10th to order. All members present. No public present at this time. Previous meeting minutes, as soon as Susan gets done, then I'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion to accept them as presented.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Minutes are approved. Okay. Claims and financials, we're gonna table them again. And still working on trying to get them squared away. So make a motion to, have a motion made to table a financial report the next meeting.
So made motion.
A second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Old business, generator pad, nothing new on it right now. Dogs at large, Ingrid hasn't found any new additions, a lot of talk. Frankie and I talked with Kuiper. I actually did talk with Ingrid and Kuiper over at the courthouse at one point in time during a meeting. Kuiper doesn't have the ability to house them for a long period. That's been the problem. We're trying to come up with a solution. Frank came up with an idea that the town, one of the fines, and he's going to talk to Ingrid about it. One of the ways would be like after the second time, have them picked up. We'll get them picked up. And then they pay for the fine and take them back and make sure they got all the other stuff done. Then the second time they get picked up, then they're told if it's picked up a third time, the town purchases a kennel, put onto their property with a padlock, and that is no reason for them, and they have to pay for that pen. That's part of the fine. They have to pay for that pen, and that way there's no reason for that dog to get out. It's there, it's in a pen, it's controlled. No, breaking the chain, nothing like that. It's in a kennel, a small kennel. And like I said, there's all kinds of questions that would be asked that it's a legal question. The other question would be, is what happens the fourth time? If it happens the fourth time that we bought the kennel and the dog still gets out or is still running loose, we captured a fourth time, do we go get the kennel then and we own the kennel? Well, since they paid for it, I don't know. So all kinds of questions, ideas. I don't know. We'll just keep working on it, see if we can. I'm sure at some point in time the dog will get old enough and die. So
Well, Ford has more though.
Yeah. No, I think both those are males.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think both those are males.
That might happen.
They're always chasing around,
Yeah,
all the females. So,
Yep.
So I don't know. We'll see. So that's about all we got at Dogs at Large. Municipal building, contracting, haven't heard from Donnie.
Just actually message him right now.
That's fine. Municipal building mural insurance. It is insured. We're insured through the plans we have. So we're good there. With that being said, we do have new insurance quotes for the year. Did you pay them, Frank, or?
Yes.
Okay.
They are taken care of.
Okay. So we've paid our insurance quotes for the year, both of them. So we're up and going on that. That'll be part of the finance report next month.
Oh, grass ordinance.
Oh yeah, tall grass. I went right. Tall grass ordinance and violations. We've got the bids here. I will entertain a motion to approve the bids, move forward. I would like to include in it, what is Franklin Street? What's the address on that? Do you know?
Franklin Street.
You don't have
Oh,
one,
that-
Franklin.
It's not,
It's, yeah.
we don't have a bid on it and they didn't get a bid on
Bunny
it. So
Marsden's
it's,
place,
it's
Yeah.
Petey's old, Bunny and
Yeah.
Petey's place.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'd like to include,
Corner of
a-
Ohio and Franklin, you could say it like that.
Yeah.
and I don't know, it's the Hardesty property. So, it's been in other minutes and we can add that address in there. But anyway, I'd like to include a price, ceiling for that property also, and then they can do all three properties. Now, if they're charging us $5 for Main Street, $350 for the, trailer,
Wow.
then on Ohio, then I would say 400 for Franklin would be a good limit.
Yeah.
Because,
That's 50 more than what I was gonna say, another 350.
yeah. Okay,
But
well, it's up to you,
400
it's up to you guys. I mean,
Well,
it's just ceiling. It's not meaning we're pay them that. We just, the board needs to set a ceiling, so we want a quote for them. And they don't need to know what we've got our ceiling on, just ask them to give a quote. If they come back and say the quote's gonna be 450 or 500, then we will
Yeah.
do it. And it's too high.
350 and 500 are estimates. They may come back with a higher number than those. These are estimates, not, they just said it was invoice and you wanted to say estimate, so they said that's an estimate now of what it's gonna cost to clean them up.
Estimate,
Well,
Stars and Stripes Lawn Care
Mhm.
estimate.
And I'm assuming that that's the total amount they're gonna charge us, but I think they'll honor that amount. So,
yeah, you don't give an invoice until you've done the work. You do the quote. And then once the
Yeah.
quote is done, then you turn the quote into an invoice.
right,
So that's why I said that I don't want an invoice, I want a quote, not an estimate, but a quote. So to me, these are quotes, 350, 400. So I just need a quote from them on Franklin. The board will put a limit, I think, on it for 400. If they come back at 350, like the other 300, if they come back less, whatever they come back with a quote, if it's under the 400, then they do all three of them.
You
Right,
want to just put a cap on all three projects of like 1,500?
No. No.
If they could change this estimate to a quote and then have them go ahead and do it. Cause otherwise we're gonna have to wait another month.
Wait another month, get another meeting in. So just turn it into a quote and,
Turn that into a quote with the same amount, and then anything under the quote for 400, they can do them all.
three. Correct. That's what I'd say.
so you actually want them to give you a definite quote, not an estimate, not an invoice, you want it to say quote,
Yeah, it'd be
is what we're
quote,
gonna charge.
Yeah.
quote what they're gonna charge us.
Yep.
Hey,
Okay, look,
If they'll honor these, then they can get it done.
we'll
This week.
talk to Jennifer and Kurt.
Yeah.
And see.
oh yeah.
That
so
way
they-
we're not waiting a whole nother month.
Right.
If we do that, we might just as well wait for the winter to.
No,
Yellow
they're
Dog.
They probably could get started probably next week.
Yeah. That way, if they,
That way if we.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll entertain.
that works for me.
I'll entertain that motion.
I'll make the motion that they turn this into a quote. If they will do that. And then the 400 quote for the property at Franklin and Ohio under 400, then they can do all of these at the same time.
Right.
As quickly as they can get here.
I second that.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Hear that one.
Just a clarification on my part. The town will be getting reimbursed for this service.
This
Only-
should go,
Is
all
that
these
only
quotes
if
should go
they
on-
pay the taxes, right?
on these quotes, yeah, on these quotes, they go on the tax roll.
Yeah.
So if they pay their taxes,
We get
then
paid.
their that money would come back supposed to come back to the town.
Okay.
If they don't pay their taxes and it goes to tax sale,
Then that's a gamble.
that's a gamble we take, unless somebody buys it and pays all the taxes. somebody buys, it goes to auction and somebody pays all the taxes,
Right.
then it's a possibility we'll get our funds then. No guarantee, possibility.
Even if they buy it on a tax sale, they have to pay their taxes, right?
Not necessarily, it's a bid. It's a
Okay.
bid process.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they buy property that's got $3,000-4,000 on it in taxes and they buy it for $100.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
No guarantees, but
But at least ways it'll be,
yeah,
taken.
we'll get it cleaned up, just like we used to do over here.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
kept it cleaned up, so it doesn't really get too carried away.
Yep.
Okay. Fun Day community events, Susan.
Before you move on with that, did you have something on more property or?
That's a new
Oh,
business.
New business.
Fun Days community events. Well, originally I was gonna try to tie the mural into something and they went ahead and did something. We all know that.
Yeah.
Which turned out nice. It was nice. Kind of short notice, so there wasn't very many people there, from the town, but that's okay. It still turned out nice. So I think Frankie brought up a suggestion and I thought it was a good one and I don't even know the date on that slab over there is September something when he was actually September 21st. Okay. About having another event that'll fall in that America's 250 event that Warren County's trying to work up. So that's where I'm going with this. I'm going to try to put something together with Paul, who had offered to help to pay and something for the community to come out, see what I can pull together, and we'll celebrate the whole town, kids, municipal building. It'd be nice if we could have that opened up so people can, go in there and
Sure.
sit down, and then town hall opened up and, the fire department opened up just so that we can show off what we've got.
Right.
And hopefully by then we'll have all the properties around the park all cleaned up. So that way,
Yep.
when they come in, it'll look nice when we have people coming into town. But that was kind of my thing. I was going to look into that and see,
Okay.
if I can pull something like that together. I know that weekend in Danville is Fall Festival, which doesn't really affect us, but it is another event that
It's-
draws people.
Yeah.
But maybe my thing, I don't want to make this so big that like with
Sure.
tons of stuff, but I'm thinking just picnic in the park, that kind of stuff. Maybe
Try to
some
get the
music,
people
just
involved.
get people involved, get
Yeah.
people in town out.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see what I can put together.
I don't know if
Okay.
you've seen that before. Go ahead. You can read it when you can.
Well, so it was February 11th of 1861. He stopped out here, not September.
That's when he stopped out here. The monument was dedicated.
Oh, the monument was dedicated.
Dedicated September 21st.
Gotcha.
Narrow gauge Toledo, Washington, Wabash Western Railroad, later the Wabash Railroad, whose route from the east crossed Warren County and reached the state line in October 1856, and the standard gauge Great Western Railroad, which shortly thereafter reached the state line from the west. State Line City was platted on June the 29th, 1857 by Robert Caseman. At the conveyance of two railroads, the city flourished and within 10 years had reached a population of approximately 550 people. But because of the drinking, carousing of the numerous railroaders, it gained an unsavory reputation. On February the 11th, 1861, Abraham Lincoln stopped in State Line on his way from Springfield, Illinois to Washington, D.C. for his inaugural. He dined at the Fraser Eating House, then gave a short speech to the crowd in the public square before resuming his journey. A historical marker on the site commemorates the event and records the activity.
Yeah, and see, I didn't realize this, that Mrs. Switzer has a book that she put together, and it's in the Historical Society, all about the history of State Line. See, I've been asking,
Yeah.
All-
Not only that,
so-
he also put a book together for the school.
yeah, and
Her
her
daughter's
daughter's
doing
got
it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, I'm kind of leaning towards, yes, something to bring the town together, but I think a historical event about how State Line come about and
Yeah.
what businesses that we've had in this town throughout the years, and
Sure.
so that's kind of my thing. I'm kind of leaning towards the historical side of it with a little bit of fun thrown in, a picnic and some music, and so
Something
Mrs. Switzer,
something else I'd like to work on is getting those books that she made
Right.
and get them all digitized.
Mm.
And then potentially whenever we get the state line website up, we can put all that information.
That'd
on
be
the
nice.
website.
Yeah, well, see, and that's my sister, Steve's sister is in charge of the Facebook page for the Historical Society and all that. And she does a lot of that digitizing stuff. So I don't know if they started doing any of that yet or not. I haven't really asked Rhonda about it, but I know that's one of her things.
The Historical Society, yeah.
It's next to REMC in Williamsport. That
There's
one,
the museum.
that brick, yeah, the museum, that's the Historical
Museum.
Society.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
So
open on
Friday.
Friday from like 10 to 4 or something
Yeah.
like that. And then one Saturday a month they're open.
First Saturday of the
The
month.
first Saturday. of the
First
month.
Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah. Ms. Switzer also offered to have copies made, which
Mhm.
we have. I downloaded the two things that she presented, the newspaper articles that she presented. I downloaded both those so we could get them printed off and laminated to hang here in picture
That'd be
them hanging
nice.
up here in
Yeah,
the town hall. So that's part of history and something I think it needs to be up here.
yeah.
So,
And we're,
yeah, no, that sounds good. Sounds good, Sue. So go with that. Haven't heard anything on the corner drain. Road signs,
Nothing new.
nothing new.
I'm
Uh,
still working on it and
Okay,
I've had a busy last,
that's fine.
I get it.
Yeah, we all get it, believe me. Town hall, electric. Anything, Steve?
No,
Okay. So nothing new there. New business or any old business that I've missed that forgot about. Okay. New business, acquisition of 124.
we'll go back to Jeff
Yeah, okay, we can.
before we get into the new business.
Can. Hi, Caleb. You got anything for us? No. Okay. Let it be known Caleb is in attendance.
I'm looking Caleb, I do need to talk to you.
Okay, new business, acquisition of 124 Jackson Street. That's Charlie Moore's place. It was purchased in 23, tax sale by Vinod Gupta, which it's another LLC. It's not his name, but it's LLC. They came out, told me they were gonna start cleanup on it on Wednesday. I said, great. And she contacted me, come back down. And she says, I understand the town is working towards having it condemned and tearing it down. So that's the part we're at. That's where we're at. I said, we're good, going through the process. And she says, would the town be interested in obtaining the property? And I said, well, of course. I said, we'd take the property over and do what we need to with it to get it back on the tax roll. She says, well, let me talk to the boss down there, her boss, and see what he'll do. She said, I don't know that he'll donate it, but we'll see what he'll do. I said, have him call me. So his name's Sean. He called me 2 days ago, I guess it was. And we talked. They've got $3,500 into it and they'll give it to the town for $3,500. That's just for the town, not for anybody else, but for the town. And then be up to the town to do whatever they want to do with it. So there's all kinds of conversation to be had about it. To me, the immediate conversation would be if we purchase it, then we need to get a group together or we could have maybe a price from Stars and Stripes to see what they'd charge to get the outside cleaned up, get it cut down and cut back. Then we need to get the windows boarded up, the doors boarded up, get the place all boarded up,
out of there.
get all the stuff boarded up so that nothing can get in or out. And then we can figure out what we're going to do, whether we're going to tear it down, have it tore down, get a grant for it and tore it down because those grants are still available for I understand. Get a grant and have it tore down, or to maybe try to find somebody that'll buy it as is there and do what they want. Yeah, do what they want with it. But we would have, if we went that route, the only thing I'd say is we need to make sure we have a contract with those people that they're going to do something. It's not just going to sit there. That they're either going to fix it up or they're going to tear it down.
yeah, some kind of timeline.
Some kind of timeline, correct. So that's the story on 124 Jackson, and it's open the floor to conversation what the board thinks we can do.
I would say we probably first want to try to get bids on the various stuff that we're going to need to have done. So get a bid on the landscaping, get a bid on having somebody come out to just go ahead and board it up, and then get a bid on a dumpster for out there, and then compare that with the 3,500 and everything. See how that goes.
Because there's nobody,
It's about $500.
Hmm?
Dumpster cost us about $500.
Yeah, it says 640, I think,
Okay, about $700 then.
yeah.
Okay.
but if we don't do anything,
Yeah, then we start the
Then-
court process.
if we do the court process, it might be 2 years.
How much is it gonna cost the town in court fees to do that? I mean,
Yeah.
but we spend so much money now on all these properties that
Yeah.
nothing's being done.
Right.
Well, Kirk from Stars and Stripes me and him did look at that. And he goes, man, it's a jungle, but they talked about, they would clean cut and treat the sapling stumps
Mhm.
and then probably just stack and burn, in a safe spot somewhere there inside the fence area. Cause it's so overgrown, just start a fire and feed it. And, but I really don't know a price, but he did look at it. I can talk to him about it.
Go ahead and talk to them about it then. We'll go that route,
Well,
if that's what the town wants, and we'll go
I
that route.
personally think that we ought to see if we can get a grant, what it would cost to get somebody to come in here with excavators and dumpsters and just tear the house, the shed, the garage, the trees, everything out, get rid of all of it, all in one swoop. What,
The grant is for two-story was 10,000.
Well, back
It was
in,
5,000 for single.
back when we
story.
were looking at it, yeah.
Well, it hasn't changed. The grant hasn't
Okay.
changed. The grant's still the same. It's 5,000 for a single story, 10,000 for a two-story. And that's a
like
two-story.
That's it's considered a
Two-story.
two-story.
What's the name of the grant?
It was,
We can talk about it later.
Yeah,
I'll look up.
it was like unsafe housing,
Yeah, that's all part of that
well,
process.
that might not be the right terminology, but
Yeah, unfit for human
yeah. that was-
habitation.
Yeah,
It's unfit for human habitation, and there's a grant that allows that came from the state that would allow municipalities to obtain to clean up the
I'm
town.
gonna make a motion that we check in. on
Yeah.
it.
I make a motion that we check into the grants to have the house demolished and all the yard cleaned up all at once, if possible. And that's
Yeah,
my suggestion, because I think we ought to just get it over with. If they're willing to sell us the place for $3,500, get it bought in our name, and then get this whole thing rolling, and maybe by the end of the year, we can have that whole piece of property cleared off.
Well,
Yeah.
that's it. I would like to do it in stages because he's gonna want to do so. Otherwise, he's gonna sit there and he might go some other route with it, and then we're gonna be tied up. So either we're gonna purchase it.
Well, that's what I'm saying, we buy it,
Okay.
get it in our name.
So let's make a motion to purchase the property.
Okay.
So I can tell Sean, we're gonna do that. Then we get with Ingrid. Ingrid will have to do the paperwork for it. And then probably me, I'll have to meet her over at the courthouse with whoever to get that part of it done. It'll be in our name.
Yeah.
Then we get the grant to do the whole thing.
It'd be nice if we could get somebody, hire a company that'll come in with excavators, dumpsters, dump trucks, whatever, and
Just
just
clean the property.
level it off,
If we
all off
don't get the grant, at least we can pay Stars and Stripes.
to clean the yard
Clean
up.
it
I
up
mean,
and get back to-
ideally, it'd be nice if we could pay one company to come, just level it off and be gone.
just my nature, is to just, clean it up and see what the house looks like when you can see it.
Yes.
Cause a house that needs redone, you can get more out of than a bare lot, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
Right.
True,
But
So it's the
It's
first
just-
stage,
but
we
just
purchase.
so to buy it.
yeah, just start your steps
just
and
clean
we'll
the-
talk about
clean the ground.
everything else
Yeah,
later.
let's first step I'd say is purchase it. Once it's purchased, then let's have Stars and Tribes get us a quote for get the house visible.
Yeah.
And then after we got the house visible, then we can decide whether we want a company to come in and do the rest of it, like you said.
That's the motion. I'll second.
To
Need an amount in the motion.
$3,500.
Okay.
Per purchase, 3,500 per
purchase.
purchase. And quote to come for
Clean up the yard.
clean up yard. Thank you. So first motion is purchase, made by Russ and seconded by Sue or
I
moved by
second
Sue.
that, yeah.
Okay, and then the second motion is to clean up the yard get a quote,
Get
to
a
clean up the yard. Made by Sue, second by Russ. Okay. So first motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye,
Second motion.
Aye.
Same.
aye.
3-0. 3-0 for both motions then.
We do have the money, right, Frank, to buy this? You're the money man.
So, yeah.
That way we can get it on the road and
Yeah, we can get started on this thing. Okay, that takes care of Jackson Street. Fuel tanks. I've been constantly trying to get Keystone to work with us to get, since they're our propane people, to get fuel tanks over here, and I don't know what the problem is. I see all kinds of new ones being delivered to their company over by Petersburg. So I just, twice now, I've seen tanks come up for auction on the municipal site. And I mean, they've been anywhere from $500 to $800, but nice tanks. I mean, the last set that just went, I don't know. I didn't see what the
Above ground tanks or
Yeah.
on stands.
So above ground, they sit
Filled
on the
with
ground.
pumps.
They
Yeah.
put it on the ground. They got a pump, and the ones that just went were contained. The new ones
All
contained.
new contains.
New contained. They're second contains. They
Yeah.
had covers over them. The tank is round just like normal,
Mhm.
but they had covers over them and a trough.
Right. Yeah.
That way the rain would flow off of them, but the trough would hold any liquids that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, and they both had pumps. One was diesel, one was gas. One was a 500 gallon, the other was a 300 gallon.
Funny for us.
I should,
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah,
should,
we wouldn't.
I should have jumped on it and I didn't. And anyway, so I guess the decision needs to be if we can purchase our own tanks, do you want to do that? Or do you want to continue to try to get somebody? I mean, I guess I could check with somebody other than Keystone. I just thought Keystone, they're gonna end up,
Yeah,
actually, they own, do we own that tank? We own that tank.
I have no idea.
Yeah, because I had that tank brought over
Been
from
there
mine.
forever now.
No, that's a new tank.
Oh.
There was 1,000. That 1,000 was over there.
Oh, okay.
And the fire moved the tank over because they own that tank, 1,000. But that 500 came from the post office
Mhm.
because we didn't need it.
Oh, it used
anymore.
to be two set out there. Okay,
Right.
okay.
Right. So, but actually they weren't. One goes to the post office, one went to the cafe.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but we don't use the one in the cafe anymore. So anyway, so we own that tank. So we could go with
anywhere.
anybody. So, okay.
That, if you don't want to get us the fuel out here, then we are going to have you to pump out the propane and we'll go someplace else.
Yeah, no, we own the propane right now. So
Yeah.
we paid for that propane. It's ours. So we
Yeah.
can start buying our propane from somebody else. We'll tell them to come
Since
take
we-
the meter off of it because they got that automatic reader on there.
Yeah.
So we tell them just come take the meter off of it and we'll go with somewhere else. If they'll give us fuel and another tank, we got to get another tank for the generator.
And just to be clear, are we talking about just a diesel tank or diesel and gas?
A diesel tank and a fuel tank, gas tank. 2 tanks.
2 tanks.
Tractor takes diesel and the dump truck takes gasoline.
That way we don't have to.
Let's cover our backs on this at this meeting. To where you can either look for a new supplier or if you see on auction site, again, government site, you've got the right to buy them.
Okay, let's put a money limit on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$800 per tank, or that's about what
I have
they're.
no
Yeah,
clue
you
what-
said both of them was less than that.
One was, well, no, one went.
3 and 6 or something you said?
No, that's why there was 3 and 5 was the gallons.
Oh,
7 and 8, 7 for the gas and 8 for the. Yeah, 7 for the gas because it's a 300 gallon and 8 for the diesel. I don't know what it ended up being. I didn't see the final bid.
yeah, okay.
But that's what it had one more day to go when I was looking at it. So, but if we put a bid on a limit on it of $800 for each tank, and I say no tank bigger than 500 gallons.
No,
Right.
we don't need.
We don't need a.
We'll go
large
bad.
quantity. Yeah,
We'll go down.
yeah, we'll have more problem with them. what
Yes.
to do it. So
Just
yeah.
because it's a 500 gallon tank doesn't.
So yeah, if you want to make a motion for that, then I'll continue I'll go ahead and contact, I don't think Overpeck does fuel. They do propane. There is another one that does fuel. Newton.
Ransom hauls, still hauls, but I don't know who.
Well, Newton County, Fountain County just went to Newton Oil
Yeah,
and they do Covington and all around they haul. So I guess I could see if they've got tanks and they'd be wanting to send us gas, and I don't know if they do propane. I have to check.
Yeah.
So anyway, it doesn't matter. We can go with somebody else for propane.
I just as soon stay with Keystone,
Yeah.
but
And Keystone does gas and diesel.
yeah,
Yeah, it does gas, diesel, and propane. They do all the fuels.
I don't know if that's FF is just farm service.
They do fuel
Or,
too.
yeah, they do fuel.
They do fuel and they do propane.
Yep.
FS does
Right.
propane. I don't know
So,
where
so
their
we're
plant's at.
needing,
I don't know where their plant's at.
I don't know, but Dean Barnes has got FS.
Their plant's at.
I don't know. I could ask Dean.
I got you ransom all for, now that you said it, FS on, I said the FS on the truck.
so you're saying we need 3 tanks, one for gas, one for diesel, and one for propane? Is over there at the municipal? We need all
No,
three?
we need a propane tank here.
We need a
We've got
propane
one
tank.
over there.
Oh, okay.
We need a propane tank here for the
For the
generator.
Generator.
For the
Generator.
generator. So you need propane here for the generator. Over there, we've already got a propane tank, but we have to buy propane from somebody,
Right.
and then gas and diesel
'Cause
tanks.
right now, they gotta go buy it in 5-gallon cans and then. plug
Right.
it.
And then
And-
fill, yeah, right.
Pump it out. I use one of
Especially
those
the
cheap little,
tractor.
We'll
cheap
take
little
the truck
pumps.
all the way down. I mean, it's
Yeah.
Right.
not that far for the gas for the.
Right.
It's
But
just
it's
a
just
pain.
But the driving the truck, the dump truck to fill it,
It's just,
you're just eating up gas when if you
Yeah.
had it on site, it
Right,
make more
yes.
sense.
okay, so,
I make a motion to buy tanks if you can find them, Greg, up to
Okay.
$800 a piece.
okay,
I'll second it.
$1,600.
yes,
Yeah.
For a double line tank.
yeah, I want a certified tank. I don't want,
I don't want to have to build a retaining wall around it.
Oh, God.
I don't want to have to go buy a concrete
Yeah.
pit
Barrier.
lumber. We went through that already with fire, so.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. I'll see what I can do that on either purchase or getting them set up, so. Somebody, I'll check
Hopefully,
into FS, that's a good one.
hopefully it's got a pump and a meter.
Do what?
Hopefully it'll have a
Oh.
pump and a meter.
Well, it'll have a pump.
Yeah.
If we go with a dealer, FS or
Yeah.
Keystone, they have meters.
Right.
Whatever we buy, we can always add the meter. Because that way we need to track fuel.
Yeah.
Who's using what? Because just so I let the town board know, first of all, I am totally retiring from the fire department. So that it'll free us up for our budget. Russ will be the only one on the fire department.
Hmm.
So we'll be freed up for the budget, that part, which is crazy anyway, but I'll be doing that. The other thing is, Russ and I talked about it, and they are getting a fuel card. The fire department is getting a fuel card for this truck out here that we get to keep out here. So that they don't have to, right now, they have to go all the way over to West Lebanon to fuel up. At one time, I told them that if we got our fuel tanks, if they were into an emergency situation, they could always fuel up here and reimburse the town. So just so the town board knows that has been put out there, but they're getting a fuel card for the truck, so I don't think we'll have that problem anymore. I think that'll work out really well. I was glad to see Scott do that. So,
Mhm.
If you think that might occur in the future, you need to write a resolution ahead of time. And that's just how we do business, a resolution.
Yeah.
It's not an ordinance.
right.
So that would help us here also, because it would,
Keep the gas fresh.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
Turn,
I was trying to think of the term.
Right. Turn the gas over.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. I know. I'm trying to think of what you're thinking.
I know.
I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
we know what we're talking about, I guess.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll do that with the tanks then. Trees. Got it down. Sue, you mentioned about tree trimming,
Mm-hmm.
in some of the areas. Russ, when they were doing hoses, mentioned the tree right there next to Bunny's property and Melinda's property. It's actually, the tree's actually in the sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look too stable.
I'd hate
And
for it to fall down on something.
Russ's question to me was, is that our tree or is it our responsibility? I think knowing the right of way of that road, it's our responsibility.
And it's,
So with that tree, and I think we have other trees up and down the main streets that are starting to hang over. I had mine cleaned up, but there's others that might need addressed. I told Russ to contact Advanced Tree Service. That's who did John Cope's. I had Sliders do mine. They did okay. They're a little pricey, but they did okay. Randy Slider or Randy. But anyway, contact Advance and have them give us a quote on what they would charge to come into town. we would need to, whether it's Russ, me, Steve, somebody needs to go with them to try to pick out what trees we need to cut back so that the trucks and the tractors are not hitting these trees and creating problems. Or that during the windstorms, they don't come down and create a problem for the town.
Yeah.
So that's what I was gonna do, is get a hold of Advance, and or Russ, one of us is gonna get a hold of Advance.
Well, my issue was Woodard and Washington. When you're setting on Woodard or Washington to pull out on the state line road, for us short people, just gonna throw it out there.
Well, you need to get stilts in.
Hey. Okay, for anybody, basically, but for short people especially, right, I mean, Frankie, thank you very much for cutting down your shrubbery around that pole. And, but then the house here on Washington, those folks in the corner. Now, nice people, I think if we discussed, I went up and asked them if they would trim all that back.
That's what we had to do last time. We just asked them. We did the trim. Russ and I think is the one that went down and did the
But-
trim. But it wasn't them at the time. It was the other people that lived there.
But you have to pull out into the road to see past all that. And it's not very safe. And the other day I was coming into town and a lady pulled out in front of me off of Washington, and had we not both been paying attention, it'd have been ugly.
Yeah.
Cause she'd have hit my new car.
Yeah, it's, yeah.
I talked to the lady when I was still driving the bus, and I thought I was going to be able to take the town tractor and pull all that shrubbery out. And
Oh,
she
that
says,
crumpet.
I'll have to talk to my husband when he gets home. And but she said, that sounds like a really good idea. And I never heard anything more.
Okay, well,
I don't,
I think it
I
was.
If somebody wants to approach them and ask them if we can, if there's a solution that fits them and fits what we need
Yeah,
to get that done, that is not something a tree company has to do, because a lot of that is just low hanging
Yeah.
stuff.
low hanging
Well,
stuff. And then it's just that big shrubbery bushes
It's
that
growing out on the road.
growing out. Well, it's not on the road, but it's out there close.
No, but it's growing out towards the road.
Yeah, close enough that it
Actually,
instructs vision.
if they won't let us do it, we need to talk to the county and have the county come in with their bush hog and just bush hog it all off.
Right. Yeah. The tree hog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's the arm on the side of the tractor.
Yep.
They'll take half of it out of there.
Yeah,
We don't want to leave anything ugly in people's yard. I mean, so,
Yeah,
That's why we
It'd be-
prefer to work with them
yeah,
and do something that would be
look
presentable.
nice. Yeah.
Because I tell you,
But it is unsafe.
when that county comes through there, it's ugly,
Yes,
Mhm.
it is.
because that thing just rips them apart.
But it's the county's proper,
Yeah,
the county's,
procedure for handling overgrown roads.
Yeah.
So, and that is a county road,
yes,
and it's a Warren County road that's maintained.
Yes.
That part, from the tracks south, it's all Warren County.
Right, so they would be Warren
Warren
County
County would be the one to talk
To-
to
clean them up.
clean it up. I mean, we can do it as a town too, if we
Right.
work with them.
Yeah.
And do what we were talking about, but any trees that are a problem on that road that the county needs to address, we'd have to work with the county to do it.
Yeah,
I
think
just
that's
assume
about the only
trim
one.
them up ourselves.
Yes.
and make
I would
them
too.
look
Correct.
nice.
I agree.
And the guy that lives there might be willing to help do it. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, I met him the one time I was doing leaves, and he was real nice.
So when I saw the food truck, they came over, his little girl was she never did work for me because I didn't need the help, but I was gonna hire her to work on the trailer if needed. I mean, so I've had an opportunity to talk to him.
I never had first bit of problems with those
Mm-mm.
girls on the bus.
So anyway, we'll get a hold of Advance for the rest of if you know of any trees other than the one in Melinda's and Bunny's yard there, or it's Cherry's yard, whoever's yard.
We'll have them to check South Street.
Well, yeah, check the other streets, and if you've got some trees that seem to be a concern, then we'll put them on the list, and when Advance comes in, then we'll have them give us quotes for those trees. I probably would, and I told Russ, we probably need to talk to Melinda. Sherry, I'm not worried about because she's not doing her own property, but talk to Melinda if she's still there to make sure she knows what we're doing and doesn't have a problem with it. Because I'm talking about taking that tree down completely.
Before it falls down on somebody's house
Yeah,
or a pickup truck or car, whatever,
whatever.
or somebody walking by. It doesn't look healthy at all. It's got a lot of dead stuff in it.
So you're gonna get a hold of tree service and have them give us an estimate, Greg?
Yeah, so let me know if you've got some trees of concern. Otherwise, I'm gonna go through town with him and pick out what I can see obvious to me. And right now, that's the only tree I know of.
Yeah.
That's obvious, and that's the whole tree. There is a lot of limbs hanging out over the Washington and Franklin and Woodard that need to be serviced.
And south. That fence out there needs, they just need to trim everything
Across
off.
from John's.
Oh, you mean,
On Rick's property.
Ed. Ed's
is it
property.
Omen Fence?
Yeah,
Trees, yeah.
so, yeah, his property.
Rick.
Rick, so that's what it is. Yeah,
It's my neighbor that I don't know that name. Sorry.
son or something. Okay. Do that. Anything else under new business?
Anything on the back?
No?
Mm-mm.
I don't have anything. Not,
Neither.
not mine. Yeah, not that I can think of.
Okay.
I'm sure there's something, but
You got anything, Frank?
Nope.
You got anything, Steve? Well, just, okay, I make a motion, we adjourn the meeting.
I second that motion.
Better say aye.
Aye.
Your meeting done.
Are we done?